Okay, today's the day we get another beehive. Beekeep Bridget McClare and her friend Jim are going to take it down and set it up by the solar panels.
The queen, see if we need to put a new honey super on if they're ready for that.
Okay.
And if the existing super is 80% full of comb and honey, then we'll be ready for the new super.
Okay. Okay, the bees fill up everything with something called propolis. So she has to take them apart, take a look at them. And you cleaning them too?
No.
Just taking a look at them?
So you can see, you can see on this frame, on this side, they have honey and comb built out. And then on this side, they don't yet. They're just working it.
Got it.
So this is not ready for a super, but that's okay. They're doing great progress and capping their honey, looking good.
Collect it from the dandelions and flowers and stuff.
That's right.
It ends up in the bottom tray.
Yep, and this is a good way to check the health of your hive. You look in here and you see what's in here, and sometimes you might have a lot of earwigs if you have a wooden base and ants and things like that. So the things you want to look for is if there's any webbing that would indicate a wax moth infestation, and just kind of check and see if you have any dead bees and things.
Okay.
So this looks really, really healthy. There's virtually no ants, no wax moth indication, nothing. So
good. So this is actually good for the compost then. Okay, this is the existing beehive. And Bridget's going to put up another one in the far corner on the other side of the solar panels. So now we'll have two beehives. The new one with bees they just picked up this morning.
Okay.
Come on, girls, to your new home.
Well, we're going to. This is a can of syrup that they've been feeding on since they left California or wherever, and then the queen is in a little cage right here. We'll take her out and hang her in here, and then we'll dump all the bees in there and let them start forming their hive.
And that's when it will get chaotic, when we start dumping the bees in.
So, grab on, huh?
Yeah.
Well, usually they're not too aggressive because they're a little confused, I think.
And they're protecting the queen.
The queen here, and then we'll cover it up.
Are you on the right angle?
So the queen's in there?
The queen is in this little.
In the
You
canister.
want me to pull the can out and you get the queen, or?
Yeah.
There we have a queen.
Okay, so what we do now
They
is,
pretty much drank all they're out of, just a little bit of syrup left there.
so we take a look to make sure the queen is alive in there.
She's inside the cage there.
Right, and I don't know how much you can see, but she is bigger than the regular
honeybees.
bees, right? And her wings are up closer to her head, so she's not really that good at flying.
Okay.
So, but right now she has no eggs in her, so she is good at flying. So we want to watch carefully what we do. So we wrap her in over one of the frames, and then the bees will get 2 to 3 days to get used to her and bond to her scent. And that's why we leave her in the cage, so she doesn't fly off and they stay near her.
Okay.
So that's how this whole thing works.
So now Jim is going to wrap her onto the frame for her home, huh?
Yep.
And she'll just hang there for 3 days, and then Bridget will come back and take off
Take the cork out of the
take the cork out, and then release her when she's
everybody gets used to her.
Yeah.
Right.
So why is this the fun part?
Well, 3,000 bees are going to get dumped from this box into here.
You just dump them, that means they're going to be all over us.
Yes.
Well, they're going to be a little shocked. A few of them will be flying around. Most of them will just be in a clump down there.
there's something else going on down there.
So you just kind of let that sit up there? Oh, I see you knock them out.
See, most of them are just, they're so shocked they're just falling to the bottom. Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Can you brush it into them?
I'm gonna do. So what do you do with the bees that don't make it out of the box?
They make it out.
They'll move them out.
So you just set the box off to the side and then they'll eventually make their way into the hive?
Yeah.
In the next day or so.
Lock them down. Now Rich is gonna fill their feeder up.
Is that sugar water?
It is. Provided by my friend Dennis. We need an entrance.
We can rescue this little girl.
One over there has 2 boxes.
So this is the beginner box, or the first layer.
This is called the brood box, where the queen will lay her eggs and the eggs turn into larvae and then little bees. Right above it is a feeder box, so there's nothing in there except sugar water, and it's screened so they can get up inside and then go back out. And then this is called an inner cover or an outer cover. So,
Okay, and so as the hive increases in size, you can just build layers?
yeah, after these frames are built out, 80% with comb. So the bees actually build the comb, the wax, and then they fill the wax with either honey or brood. So that's how that works.
Cool.
And then we'll leave this entrance reducer, and then in a couple days I'll put this one on, and it gives them a little bit more space. So you just swap them out as the hive thrives. And by the end of the summer, it'll be wide open because they'll be strong enough that they can defend themselves.
Cool, so now we got our second beehive here at the community garden.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're a grandpa.
Yeah.